what was the topic I'm gonna discuss today is pandas. Guys, make it fast. Join fast. Ask them to join fast. We are so late today. What was that today's topic? It's pandas, right? So what are panda? What is meant by panda? Ah. Yeah, people, where we are in pandas, right? What is meant by panda? Don't say any kind of that is an animal or any kind of thing. It's just the process of cleaning the data, which is not arranged in a proper format. In by using pandas, what we do is like we'll be cleaning data which is messy. Messy data will be cleaning the messy data so that we'll be getting the required information from the particular data or data set. Got it? Done. So why we use pandas is the reason why we would be trying to clean the messy data, and we know it is one of the library for working with some data sets. You know about data sets, and in pandas what we do is pandas will clean the data, it will analyze the data, where it also explore and manipulate the data. It can explore where it can manipulate, it can change the data, it can make some what is that? It can be manipulating, it can change the data, it can make it into some other data sets, right? It can show that it was not particular data set. If it is the data of some share markets, it will make it as some grocery store data. Such kind of things will be happening, right? This is called data manipulation, where and also Panda is also said to be, it's a panel data, appearance of panel data or Python wrangling. Got it? Panel data is nothing but what we use in our real time, right? And next question is why we use pandas. I'll be writing here. It will be easy to you. Why we use pandas? To clean the messy data. Why we use pandas? We use pandas to analyze some big data sets or any kind of which are like it will be used in some big data sets which are developed by using statistical concepts, right? By using some statistical data, they will be making that particular data sets. So that data sets will be analyzed, and even they will be what is that, manipulated, they will be edited, they will be deleted, everything, every process will be done in that particular pandas, right? Next, why we will be using it in data sets, whereas it makes it readable to make what data sets, how data sets look like is, it consists of lots of data which is in some computer understandable language. In few data sets, it will be only the information which is understood by the computer, right? So it makes it readable, it makes it relevant, where which is important in some data science concepts, right? Are you getting me? We use data, we will be just making, we'll be using pandas only to use in the data sets, to make the data sets readable, writable, manageable, extendable, everything, right? Where what is data science then? It is the branch of computer science where we study to store, use, analyze, or derive information from particular data sets. That is said to be data science, right? Yeah, I'm not writing here, I know. Pandas code base in GitHub repository, where you all know, you might be hearing of GitHub here and there. Even if you don't hear about it, even I have told you many times regarding GitHub. Have you got an idea? I hope you have some idea about GitHub. It is one of the Python code base is located in the GitHub repository. It is the most important reliable part of it, right? And we use pip install pandas to install pandas. Got it? Install. As an installation command, right? And also we use some particular things to import pandas. Import pandas. How we import pandas? By using import panda statement, which where we can write some my data set which is equals to I was taking some cars, for example, like W, Volvo, and Ford. W, Volvo, and sorry, this is the basic program which we write in pandas, which we use with pandas, right? Passing 3, 7, 2, or any kind of values we can pass. Where I have passed these values, where guys, why you guys are joining so late? I don't understand. I asked you to join fast, right? Already we are lagging. Even you guys are making it more. Install data set. So now what we do is we'll be printing. Print. We have took my variable, right? We'll be printing this. This is the basic code for pandas. Got it. What I have written is I just imported pandas where I have installed some data sets. I took some data sets which is about cars, and I given my variable to pandas which is data frame, and that is, I'm so sorry, my data set. I just gave it some data set and asked the Python interpreter, Python compiler to print it for me. So it will be printing. I haven't installed that version of Python now, so I was not showing the real-time code, right? That's why I'm writing it here. But I'll be showing it if it is possible. It needs some specifications, just like Matplotlib. So let's see in some other day. Let's see in the real-time projects. Maybe after 10 to 15 days, we'll be getting some, all the concepts will be completed, and we'll be getting some time to look into projects. So let's see into that kind of project, so that for every project execution, we used to use these kind of modules like pandas, matplotlib, scipy, opencv kind of things. Even numpy is the most used module in all over all over modules. NumPy, Python, Matplotlib are mostly important, even Seaborn. So that's why I'm covering every concept. Another concept doesn't consist of such deep analysis or deep concepts, right? Guys, are you getting my point? Is it clear? Same as NumPy, will be importing pandas. PD. Okay. Pandas alias PD or any kind of pandas as PS, you can give any kind of names. And for checking pandas, pandas even have versions like NumPy or Python or any kind of application we have. Got it. Just simple as we have done in matplotlib, that is underscore version underscore. Got it. This is how we'll be getting the version of particular pandas version we'll be getting by using version command. Even we'll be getting NumPy or any kind of Seaborn or Matplotlib versions by using version attribute. Pandas have some pandas series. What is series here? Panda series is nothing but it's a kind of table format, guys, which consists of columns. Pandas consist of some columns which are some sort of table patterns. Pandas series. some sort of columns. Any type of data. It is float or Unicode or any kind of what is that? Numerical, int, boolean, any kind of data it will be holding. Even string values, it can hold any kind of data. Got it? Where it consists of some labels. In labels, there will which consist only index numbers. Just similar to indexing and slicing concepts, it will be having some sort of labels. Got it? Where labels can be accessed to get specified value. There we'll be using in NumPy, we'll be using slicing and indexing concept, right? Here we will be using labels. Got it? Just like index accessing any element by using its index position. In the same way, we'll be getting an element by using some labels concept. Even it consists of even in labels, the indexing will start from 0 to some n. Starting value will be always starting element or value, any sort of element is said to be in 0th position. And the last element is, we don't know how many elements would be there in particular data, right? So in particular set, we don't know how many elements will be. So I'm taking it as n, 0, 1, 2, 3, so on up to n. Here, how we create labels? By using indexing argument, we can create labels here. We can create with any kind of names to particular labels. Got it? First, what we do is, for example, let me write you some code for importing some labels. For example, let me take import as PD. Right. We are importing pandas as PD, where I was taking a variable A. I was giving it some sort of elements into it. I was entering some elements into it. That is 5, 8, 4, 0, 6. These are the elements I was giving to it. So my variable equals to panda PD, that is panda PD series of A comma index equals to n O, P, and Q. I'm taking Panda series where index value is equals to MN OPQ. Got it. Now I'll be closing this, and so now what we get the output as M equals to some 5, N equals to some 8, um, O equals to some 4. Such kind of things will be returning as output. Why we are getting such an output is because only we know tables are nothing index right. Took some index values as MQ. So that wherever the element or the number which is in that particular position, it will be displaying in such dialog box, right? Whenever we have created a label to particular array or any kind of element, then we can access an item by refreshing to the label, right? Let me talk about some sort of data frame. Data frame. What is data frame? Data frame is one of the major concepts in pandas. It is used to represent data with rows, columns, rows and columns which are in tabular form or Excel spreadsheet like data set. Got it. The main objective frame data frame is data frame where what happens to it is we'll be representing them in rows and right. This is how we'll be defining rows and columns. Like in data frame, we'll be having rows and columns which are into which can be created into tables, right? There is some tabular form or Excel spreadsheets, like kind of data, okay? Some sort of Excel spreadsheets or column tabs tables, such kind of data. The main thing is we'll be writing everything in the form of rows and columns. Got it. Next, we'll be creating a data frame first. We'll be creating a data frame first. After that, we'll be dealing with some rows and columns. This is how we will be making some data frame. Guys, is it audible? Let me know, is it audible? You guys are coming for attendance, I think. All right. Where I'm telling you about data frame, right? First, we create some data frame which consists of rows and columns, where we get into some operations. We'll be executing some operations, that is minimum, maximum, or any kind of uh, description kind of things, right? After that, we'll be giving conditional section to it. Next, we'll be setting some sort of index value to it, right? So this is all about pandas. We'll be learning about some sort of file handling concepts, and what are left? Oops concepts, right? Let me clear first oops concepts. After I'll be learning about file handling concept, right? We'll check. We'll go with oops concept. Before getting into oops concept, let me give you a brief introduction to that. Firstly, oops is nothing but object oriented concepts. Object oriented programming concepts. Till now, we have followed only procedural oriented programming concept, guys. Why we already have procedural oriented concept, POP approach, right? Why we are using this object oriented concept? You may get the doubt. Because we are using it to get to, we don't have any particular we don't have that much in POP, that is not that much secure, where it consists of procedures. We have to write procedure for everything, like we are doing in such a way, like we are using all these, right, versions, some kind of what is that, functions, and kind of some methods. We'll be using lots of methods in procedural oriented programming, guys. But in oops concept, it is only depends on object and class. It is only depends on, it will only depends on object and class, right? What is an object? We used to say Python is an object oriented programming language. Why do we say it? What we say in Python, everything is an object. We'll be saying this. Why we say Python is a object-oriented programming language, and every object in Python, everything in Python is an object. Why do we say this? Everything we see in Python is an object. Got it? Why we say everything is in Python is an object? Can anyone tell me? Guys, can anyone? Because it is one of the, like, everything, even methods, functions, what we use, like even data types, everything is an object to Python. Where because we classes are taken as the classes and objects, we have both in Python, where object is said to be the instance of class, right? Where why we use class and object in these kind of concepts, we'll be seeing in the next class. All right. Where it is a programming approach where we use a logic or a strategy to approach a particular methodology to a program. For programming, we'll be using some methodology or a strategy or some sort of style for solving a particular program or particular problem, for solving or some kind of task. We'll be having some task or program or some kind of problem. So we'll be solving it by using this object-oriented programming approach, by using the methodology which is used in OOPS. Where in POP there is no security, guys. For security purpose, we'll be using OOPS concept. That is the main reason why we follow OOPS in Python. Even C++, not C, C++ and Java is also OOPS oriented, right? Object oriented programming, right? We have three paradigms, which is said to be object oriented, procedural oriented, and functional oriented. We'll be discussing in deep with these topics in tomorrow's session, right? Object is said to be like which we can see are said to be objects, where which cannot be seen are said to be classes, right? In object oriented concepts, we have inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, kinds of concepts, right? For every concept, I'll be giving you a real-time example in tomorrow's session. Everything will be getting into deep into these concepts in tomorrow's session. Total object-oriented programming classes might be for, we'll be having them. Guys, Is it clear? My voice is audible. Guys, my voice is audible or not? Can anyone answer me? Is it audible? Guys, is my voice audible? Number 4Q9. 4Q9. Respond, ma. Is my voice audible? Guys, do you have any doubts in today's class? Guys, raise your hand if my voice is audible or not. I'm not getting to know whether my voice is audible or not. So better you at least raise your hands so that I can get some idea about is it audible or not. To join class on Sundays, but we are lagging in syllabus, right? That's why we are taking classes on Sundays. Even I know how it is. Guys, just reply me with some answer, like is it audible or not? Could you hear me, ma? I'm not getting any response from you. I don't know why. I don't know if my connection, do I have good connection or any kind of. Why not anyone is responding today? I don't know. Have you understand the class, today's session? Do you have any doubts? Let me know so that I can go with it. Actually, mine is bad. That's why I'm texting you. That's why I'm asking you to text me or reply me, respond me. Right. Guys, are you getting me? Guys, you may leave. Guys, it's all for today. You can leave. You may leave the session. Guys, you can leave now. It's already 8:20, right? You can leave. You guys are online, but you are not, you don't want to answer me, or you are just keeping the phone aside. I got to know. It's all right. I'm ending the meeting now. Everyone log out. I think most of the people are not with the phone also.